What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So got a little package in the mail today. Get on Amazon, come in clutch. Been looking for some different tires for Project Midnight. If you don't know, Project Midnight's the little guy racing parts, Eliminator chassis Gladiator. Been looking online, just kind of threw some ideas around. Watched a couple videos, and a couple guys are talking about the Proline Maxxis Trepadors. These are a 62mm tire. So going to get these opened up and try to get some run footage real quick. It gets dark super early now. It's that wonderful time of year around here. So let's open these up, look and see what we got. I'll set y'all up. So these are the Proline Maxxis Trepadors. Get it zoomed in here. These are a 62, I think 62mm. They do come on the plastic, just the plastic 3-bolt bead-lock wheels. Not a bad looking wheel. I kind of like them. Just wish they would send, for the price you pay for these tires, kind of wish you get metal, but it's no big deal. As you can see, really good looking tread pattern. Starting to think about going towards a more scale looking build on the old Gladiator. So watched a bunch of wheeling videos. A lot of guys are running these Trepadors. I figured, hey, why not give them a shot and see how they do. So I'm not gonna leave these on the plastic wheels. I've got a set of little guy racing parts. It's their Innovate wheels. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my work mat thing cleaned off here. Got a mess trying to do shocks and everything in the world at the same time. So for a little comparison, scoot y'all down. These are obviously the Trepadors. Here on my right, be your left, I think, and almost close. So pretty close to the little guy racing parts, 63mm. Now mind you, they are just a touch narrower, but I think tread pattern looks great. Compound feels pretty similar. Little guy's foam is not nowhere near as stiff as the ones from Proline, so I'm probably going to leave the Proline foam in them and just swap out to these little guy racing parts. They're Innovate. I think they're the 400s. Don't hold me to that, but they're the Innovate 400s in the chrome. Not a big fan of the chrome, especially on this rig. I like them on my JLU, or I think they look all right. Kind of give you a little example here. I think they'll be okay for right now. Just so I get them, see how they do. So I get these bolted up real quick, and I'm gonna put you on time lapse. Get these things unmounted and mounted, and I'll see you in the back here in just a second. All right, guys. So I've got all 4 of these tires mounted up. I was gonna take just a second here to show you a little trick. And these tires just turned out so good, how they look on these wheels. Really digging. I love the wheels that little guy puts out. Such a good looking, such a clean wheel. Really love the chrome. Don't like chrome on a lot of rigs, but this Jeep's got, you know, the Spider Trax axles, some silver and chrome. I think it's gonna look good. So what I had for you was a little trick. Especially with these wheels, it's got the even amount number of bolts. So what I like to do is once you get your wheel good and everything's aligned, what I like to do is put one on top, then go straight down, put one across from each other. What this does, and don't tighten everything all the way down, what this allows you to do is make sure you get a good even seat on your bead. I know it's just a RC crawler, but there's nothing worse than losing a bead on something, especially this. It pops off and your day's not necessarily ruined, but it doesn't make it easy. So what you'll do is you'll do 180 degrees across from each other, and this pulls everything in. And also don't tighten it up, because if you need to wiggle your upper or outer ring out a little bit, allows your rim to actually move depending on how wide your wheel is. So it just makes it easier. You don't have to fight it. When I started doing this, I was constantly fighting the wheels, but then again, I was also using these plastic Proline wheels, and you can see there's just 3 bolts. Kind of makes it rough, but it's no big deal. Time is will give you some good experience. So got the first wheel all bolted up here, and once you get everything, looks like it's good and square. You look at all your gaps on your outer beadlock and your inner, or outer and inner, sorry. Looks like nothing's bulged out, nothing looks funny. Just go ahead and just start easing them down. Reason why I would do 180 degrees apart is you kind of squeeze it even, and that way you can see if you've had something that slipped out of the bead. And then, no, it's kind of hard to say. I'm trying to film this through the phone, or do this through the phone, sorry. Mosquitoes are bad this time of year. They're awful. They eat us up. So once you do that, you get a good even squeeze across the tire. Like I say, guys, this may be just a crawler, but you want to make sure that you do stuff right, you know. So you're going to get this tightened down. I'm going to do this one wheel to show you all. Then I'm going to stick y'all back up on time lapse real quick. Get these other 3 done. And then it's already dark out, so I might have to use some light to, because I like to get some running. Try some lines with it, see how these tires do. I think I'm going to be super impressed with them. You know, at the end of the day, it's tires. There's a lot of stuff you can do to these rigs to change your rig's performance. I really like the compound on them. They're almost as, they're maybe just a touch tackier than these, but those have sand and all kinds of stuff in them from the run last Thursday. So I wanted to try to get a video out for you tonight, because it's going to be a busy week next week with everything at work. So figured get a video out for you tonight. Hope you are having an awesome Sunday. Had 2 good church services today. The Lord sure is good to us, and I can never thank him enough for all he's done. So if anybody's got any questions down below on the rig, I don't have my JOU with me, it's in the house. You got any questions on anything that you see, the wheels, tires, toolkit, comment down below. I've been kind of thinking on making a video on this screwdriver kit, and I know it's just a screwdriver kit, but this thing has been an immense, not immense, but it's been a real big component of how easy this stuff goes together. If you got quality tools, everything just seems like it goes together so smooth. If y'all have any tool suggestions, I'm getting to where now I need to buy some like specialty tools. I did buy a pinion gear remover and installer tool the other day. I swapped out it was a little guy racing parts. It was like a 0.05 pinion gear on that Furatech motor. It just wasn't happy for some reason with the factory pinion gear that was on the motor. Might have been, I don't know if it was my gear mesh was off or what, but it just wasn't happy. It was making a bunch of noise and like it was cogging. So I said, you know what? Got on old Amazon and got a Mias Racing pinion gear swap tool. Got it, came in like 2-3 days later, and got that. So if anybody's got any specialty tools, and if any of you guys are into 10 scale, I think it's my next venture. It's 10 scale stuff, especially me and my brother-in-law. There's wheel number 2. We're looking at getting into 10 scale. He has bought I think his is a 18th. That red rig. He got, I think it was 18th or 16th scale. Really good looking rig. Starting to see a lot of guys on the RC forums that I'm on Facebook. They hold on a sec, guys, got to drop the tire. Anyway, they're doing a lot of 10 scale stuff. A lot of them's running Rock Pirates chassis. I know those things are not cheap, but they're a sweet looking rig. And I thought about getting in 10 scale. I really like 24 scale. It's something simple, easy to work on. My course is already pretty much set up for 24 scale, 18 scale too, but just thought about dipping my toes into it. See a lot of crawl rigs that I like that are 10 scale, so I thought about getting into it. So if anybody's got any suggestions on a really good priced 10th scale, sorry, doesn't matter if it's axial, Vanquish, FSM. FSM has some really good looking, affordable price 10 scale rigs. They look really, really good. Thinking about I think it's a K10 because it'll be four-wheel drive, K10 or a K5 square body Blazer. I really like the look of them. So if anybody's got any suggestions on 10 scale rigs, comment down below. And what your favorite is. I may pick one up sometime next year. But yeah, this is the tires. I got 2 out of 3 mounted up. We'll be done with this in here in just a second. Really love how they look. I hope they do good. Tires are kind of pricey. I will say this, that these tires are like $31 on Amazon. And I don't know if it's because they send you these little plastic wheels. I think Proline could save some cost by just not sending the wheels. Or maybe the foam. I don't know. But just know that these tires aren't cheap. I think I got the little guys for like $16, $17, less than $20, I think is what they were for the Proline Trench King MTs. I really like those wheels. I just really want to do something, kind of make this rig look more scale. I know some of y'all like the slammed, like body dragger style of rigs, and I do too. They look good. Just want to try to, make it look more scale. Seen a lot of rigs here lately, local area that's Gladiators, and they're sitting on 37s. A lot of rigs on 35s. 35s are about the main tire size you see around here, and just kind of want to make this thing more scale looking. I do plan on the next couple of days when I get a minute. I've got a set of 48mm little guy racing parts, long travel shocks. I think these are going to help just kind of lift the body up. I don't want to really monster truck the thing because it just don't look right. So going to try to figure out how to raise it up just a touch, not too much to where it throws my center of gravity off. Because it's not a real heavy rig, but it's also not light, so I don't want to kind of mess that up. It's a really capable rig. I hate to mess up what progress we've got. So hopefully between these Maxxis Trepadors and those 48mm shocks, we may have a very capable rig on our hands. But yeah, so these are the 62mm Proline Maxxis Trepadors, and I really like the look of them. This is the last wheel, so here in just a minute I'm going to get y'all set up outside. I hope the light I've got don't blow the screen out because it's pretty stout. I'm going to try to get y'all set up and get these going on. Hopefully I ain't got these turned the wrong way. Okay. All right, so hang tight, guys. I'm going to get these wheels on. I'm going to get y'all set up. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so here she is. Got them all mounted up. Ignore the light. It's getting so dark here so fast. So here they are, 62mm Proline Maxxis Trepadors. So as you can see, got the course somewhat lit up. I'd like to get some lights set up out here for some nighttime wheeling. So I'm gonna try a couple lines and try not to get ate up with mosquitoes. I don't know if mosquitoes are bad for y'all are, but Lord have mercy, they've been eating us up. So this is one of the moderate lines on here. I've had to make some changes. Just got different reasons. So this first little line, it's pretty easy. I've done it with stock rigs. It seemed like so far like they're gripping pretty good. Like I said, these seem to be a little bit of a softer compound than the little guy racing bars, and it seems like the foam itself is somewhat of a different compound. I'm gonna be moving y'all around, so just be patient with me here. Seems like the foam compound's quite a bit different. I think it's kind of stiffer, and these tires are quite a bit, once you get them mounted up, seem like they are quite a bit taller. So it's going to rub, which it'll be all right. So I love how these things look. They look super, super good. And I hope, and y'all can see this in the light. May have to move some lights around. I'm not really sure. You can see a little bit. But anyway, just, no. That didn't help none. Get her set back up. Trying to do this and not get eaten up with mosquitoes at the same time. So this little liner here, it's pretty difficult for basically anything. It's pretty much straight up vertical wall for these 24th rigs. I just want to see how these things grip and climb. Like I said, it's not a real heavy rig. I don't have any scales at all to see exactly how they do. Try to slow crawl this stuff and see how it does. Seems to do pretty good. Compound's pretty sticky. It's be hard to film and hold a light and and drive at the same time. So, but so far so good. I just moved this big rock the other day when I weed eated, so it may have us at a disadvantage. I'm gonna set y'all down right here. Need to get some lights put up. So, pretty good little drop. Usually they flip, but this Gladiator's pretty long. Tires are pretty grippy, so. But once you hang them in the cab like that, there's really nowhere to go. And as you can see there, the stoutness of that, those little guy bead locks kept that from popping off the rim. So really impressed how they look. Turned out super good. Really digging the chrome wheels on the black. I did get a chance, actually. I'll do a little rundown when I get back in the barn here. I did swap out some of the decals. So here they are. You can really start to see just how good looking those Innovate wheels are with a polished aluminum finish, and those Spider Tracks nuts that little guy sends with you when you buy the Spider on axles. Just look, that chrome and that blue just looks so good. So I'm gonna try to just hit another line or two here real quick, get a chance to see how they do. And with this gap like this, really shows off the benefit of having such a long wheelbase. Kind of just pull, you can kind of just drag it right over. And if y'all just heard that, this Furitech motor seems like when you get it in a bind, it's good about beeping. I don't know why it does it. I'm really not mad about it because it kind of keeps me from getting it to where I'm about to break stuff like right now. But it's pretty good. But once you get a lot of load on it, it beeps and it's like, hey dummy, ease up a little bit. So really loving how this Furitech motor with the little guy transmission turned up. Works great. Works in combination really good. They really seem to be happy together, except when you drop it in a notch. So let's try this one more time. Tires working awesome. Once they get scuffed in, I believe they're going to be even better. This thing already does really good on climbs like that. Seems like once you get a little grip into these, between the combination of long wheelbase, that Furitech motor, and just plenty of grip, there's not really a lot of stuff you can't climb with this. And if you can't, the Furitech motor has tons of wheel speed if you need it, and it's powerful enough you'll break stuff. So try to get y'all set up, get a good shot here. So if anybody's running the Maxxis Trepadors, comment down below. Let me know what you think. I'm really excited about having them on the channel. There it goes again with the beeping. If anybody knows why it does that, really appreciate it if you'd let me know. I don't know if it just does it because it senses a bind or what. It's really good because I'm good at breaking stuff, and I'm glad that it kind of lets you know. So, with these few couple runs, I'm really impressed. Kind of wish I'd bought these tires sooner. As far as on these rocks, they are just like glue. Seem to be sticking really good. Now this is one place that every little guy tire I've had, and even some of the Proline stuff, the Baja Pro X's, this transition up from this dirt into these rocks, and it just walks it. Seems like they have a hard time. I don't know if it's they get filled up with dirt, and these things are just so soft that they're kind of like a Interco TSL sticky. They just grip and go. No other tire that I've had on either here or the JOU has been able to do that. They all spin and eventually you stop spinning or it launches. But these are just awesome. Now, mind you, they are a little pricey, but we'll see what happens here. But they really perform well. To me, they're worth it. Especially right here, hear those self-clearancing. Not a lot of tires. They want to do that. They want to sit in a hole and spin. You can either bump it and see like that, it just crawled right up. It had no trouble whatsoever. Now this is a new line. It's probably not going to work, but let's try it. Try to keep y'all in focus. Got a light behind it. It's probably gonna mess us up, but if it'll do it without hanging up. What you end up doing, you do end up riding your axles right on your diff all the way down. Then you just kind of ease on out. Little body damage, but it'll be all right. And there's that wheel speed out of that PureTech motor. Yeah, it's not gonna be doable. So anyway, I'm gonna get y'all set up on one more line, and I'm gonna try it real quick. Again, no other rig that I've had has been able to do it. Again, they just get right here, and with the same-ish wheelbase, they'll get about right in here once they get up on this ledge, and you either bob out on the rear bumper, or you just lose traction altogether. So, but these, try it slow. None of them can. I'll do it slow or fast. You would sit here and sit and spin, but these things are just so sticky that they're just like glue. They'll sit there and they'll do that to eventually find traction, and then they take off. But most of the time you just sit there and bump and bump and bump, and they don't usually never go. So overall, completely satisfied with them. I think the $30 price is justified in my opinion. If you have this style rock, it's a lot of what I think is sandstone, just an old creek rock from out at the farm. A lot of wheeling here in Eastern Kentucky. Far East Tennessee's somewhat the same rock. A lot of our stuff's mud covered, and this stuff is somewhat clean. Sits beside the shop, rain washes it all off. So we're gonna try this gap, see how it does, and then we'll get y'all back in, do a little walk around of the Jeep or the Gladiator for those of y'all if you haven't seen it. And we're gonna try this, and we'll ease back in the barn. All right, boys, she cleared it. No problem whatsoever. Let's do this little drop. And all right, boys, so that's it. We're gonna ease back in. I'll catch you back in just a second. All right, guys, so back here at the workbench, back in the shop. After a few minutes doing a few lines, few runs on the Maxxis Trepadors from Proline. I am super impressed with these. I like them really good. They are pricey. Let's just go ahead and say it. They're like $31 plus shipping where you're at, so it may depend. And they do come with some plastic beadlock wheels, super lightweight. So if you've got a super lightweight build, you're trying to watch the weight, and if you have a specific class you want to be in, you can run them wheels with a little bit of weight, and I think you'll be okay. Plus, it cuts down your rotational mass, so you get a little wheel speed, you run a lighter wheel. But running these little guy racing parts, the Innovates, I think they're a 400. I can't quite remember the name of them. Super good looking wheel. Really like how they look on the Gladiator. I kind of like the black on black look from the little guy wheels, with this chrome starting to grow on me. So, but again, super impressed with these. Now mind you, these are a touch, like I said, a touch smaller than Swamp. These are Trench King MTs. These are a 62, though these are a 63. So side by side, just from my point of view, these are just a touch taller and just a touch wider. So if you're looking for a decently tall, narrow tire, you don't really have to worry about cutting a lot of body work to clear. Don't mind this thing, it's slammed. I need to swap some wheels, some shocks out. I'm gonna try to get it up to where it's about right here. Nothing too crazy, just raise it up about a half of an inch, 3/8 of an inch. Those new 48mm little guy shocks hopefully does the job for me. So this is just a quick little review of these Proline Maxxis Trepadors. Take me a while to remember that I keep on saying Trench Kings, used to these things. So those are the Maxxis Trepadors, guys. I'm really impressed with them, really like them. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And just want to take a second and say thanks to everyone that's liked, subscribed, up to 52 subscribers. I never thought that I'd be here. Just a guy that's out there trying to spread the love of God through RC crawlers. So, and having a good time while doing it. You know, y'all, I'm super blessed to be where I am today. And I thank God for it. And I thank God for each and every one of y'all. Like and subscribe. I appreciate it. I just started this out to be something fun, and look where we are now. I know it's 52 subscribers, but hey, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Comment down below if you got any suggestions on 10 scale stuff. Like I said earlier, mountain tires. I want to try 10 scale. I want to try to get a Gladiator. I don't know. So drop down in the comment section down below what your favorite 10 scale is. Doesn't matter if it's Axial, Vanquish, Red Cat, whatever y'all got and y'all seem to like. Comment down below. Tell brother up. Let me know. So again, thanks for liking. Thanks for watching. Most of all, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. God bless you, and Jesus loves you. You know, I'm out here on a Sunday doing this because you know what? The Lord's good to us, and He's been good to this old boy. He's blessed me and my family more than I could ever thank Him for. And that's why I want to do this. I want to show each and every one of you all that watch, Jesus loves you. And if I lose followers because of this, that's okay. That's fine. But I want you to know Jesus loves you. And God sent His Son to die on that cross for each and every one of us, that one day we can be in heaven with Him. All we got to do is accept Him and believe. And I firmly believe Jesus Christ died on the cross. He rose again on that third day. That one day when all this is said and done, I get to be with Him in glory. And I hope and pray that you receive Jesus. I really do, because it is the best decision I ever made in my life. Without Him, I would not be here today. And I may take just a second here to give a little testimony. It's in a dark time in my life. Here a few months ago, I didn't know whether I was going to be here or not. And it really took a lot of praying to bring me out of there, because I didn't want to be here anymore. The devil will attack your mind. Those of you that are believers and non-believers, the devil will attack your mind more than you will believe. He will try to get in there, and he will wiggle in any way that he can to try to wiggle in your mind, and that's where we fight our battles at. It's in our mind. And I'm so thankful that I have Jesus, because if it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I sure wouldn't be here. And he brought me through that dark time, and he can bring you through that dark time. So if you're going through something, don't give up. Don't give up. And my suggestion is to you is find a Bible, start reading, and start praying. The Lord knocks on your heart and ask him to come into your life, because I can tell you what is the best decision I ever made in my life. He's been so good to me. He has brought me out of so many dark times. I can't even begin to count them all. He's just good, and he loves you. And God loves you so much that he sent his son to die on a cross for you. So if you ever think that you're not loved, get that out of your mind, because he loves you so much that he willingly went to the cross and laid down his life for each and every one of us. If you don't believe, that's your choice. We have a choice in life, and it's up to you. So I'm here to spread the love of God through some RC crawlers and have fun while we're doing it. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment down below, subscribe. I'd appreciate each and every one of y'all. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.